Hey, I'm Jay Gregg, and on today's show, we're fishing between the Carolinas, North and South Carolina, with my good friend Mark Dickson, Shallow-Minded Guide Service. It's all coming up next.
Carolina Outdoors with Jay Gregg.
Hey, with me now is my good friend Mark Dickson, Shallow-Minded Guide Service. Mark, tell us what we're doing today.
Well, we're going to see if we can't catch a few redfish here in this creek. What we have here is a big flat behind us, and it dries up, and these fish come out of the marsh, and they'll kind of stage right here at this point behind us.
So we're waiting on low tide.
We're waiting on the tide. We've got a little bit of time to kill. We got a front coming through today. It's February 15th. Probably about 48 degrees out here, so it's not real warm, but it just goes to show you that we do have some great inshore backwater fishing in South Carolina in the winter.
Well, you know, this is, to me, sometimes this is the best time to fish. I like this time of year.
Well, you won't ever see another boat, you know, you're normally in the winter time. But we use a lot of these Berkeley gulps, Jay. This is a 3-inch Berkeley gulp shrimp, and I like to fish with them on a mission fishing jig head. What makes this jig head so great is that it lays up straight where the hook is always upright, so if the fish goes to pick it up, he's going to always get the hook. The hook will never lay like this. And basically what we do is just take this and thread it on here like such, and that's a perfectly rigged Berkeley gulp on a,
so he's going to lay like this on the bottom.
Just like that on the bottom. We're going to fish them real slow. You have about we're using Shimano Stratic spinning reels on star rods today, and these reels have about a 24-inch line retrieve. So every time you turn the handle one time, that's 24 inches that you move that bait. The biggest problem that people have in the winter is that they fish too fast. You want to turn the handle 2 times, well, you've moved that thing 4 foot, you're out of the strike zone. You know, they're not. These fish are lethargic. This water's cold.
Right.
They're not gonna move far to get something to eat. They don't have a lot of, you know, extra energy, so to speak. So we're gonna have to, you know, fish real slow. Be very patient and see if we can't catch a few.
What size are we going to be maybe catching today?
Yeah, you know, this time of year, those fish they'll be anywhere from 16 to 30 inches, with the majority of them being in the 20 to 24-inch range. Those fish are roughly, you know, 2-year-old fish, 18 months to 2 years old. But you know, with the restocking that the state has done, we have a good red fishery here now as we've ever had. We have more fish in our backwater creeks than we've ever had, and you know, I'm a firm believer in the restocking programs and whatnot that South Carolina's doing.
There you go.
He hit it. Come to me.
That's a good fighting fish.
Yes,
there.
sir.
Wow, Mark. Look at him run. I appreciate you waiting on me to get baited up, Mark. That's a good fish, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Now, what did he do? I mean, you just threw it in there good. It didn't even settle, did it?
First cast.
First cast. I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, I'm out here, you know, this winter I've probably averaged 2 trips a week, which is really good all throughout the winter.
That is good.
And when you're out here every day, you have so much more of an advantage over everybody else who can only come once a month or when the weather's pretty, you know.
That is a good fish.
But, you know, we stay on them. I got 8 or 10 different good spots that hold fish right regular.
That's a nice fish.
This is an upper slot fish here.
What is the slot limit now? I know that it's changed over the last couple of years, hasn't it?
In South Carolina, it's, you know, you can't keep anything over 23 inches. And in North Carolina, you can't keep anything under 18 inches. So I have a boat limit of 18 to 23 inches to keep. This fish here's.
Folks, we're right here on the South Carolina, North Carolina border.
You can see that's a nice wintertime marsh redfish right there.
That is beautiful. First cast. That's a nice fish, man.
And I hooked him a little bit deeper than I would have liked to.
Well, he swam towards you, didn't he?
Yeah, he picked it up and come right at me. But I mean, that's a That's as good a redfish as you can catch in this marsh. And he eat it a little deep. So I'm gonna let him have the jig head versus trying to dig in there, and
he'll eventually get that out, won't he?
yeah, he'll pass it. He sure will. This fish is 26 inches.
Nice.
We're gonna let him go so we can catch him again one day.
Now, maybe I can try and catch a fish now. You gonna let me fish, Mark?
4 times. I got him on.
Yeah, look at that.
Look at that. That bait was rolling in the current.
That was perfect.
That bait.
So you wasn't even reeling him in. He was just sitting there.
No, I had all the slack in the line. But
that's another good fish, man. Mark, that's a pretty fish.
And you can pick at them like this.
Let me get out your way, bro. Mark, that's what I love about coming with you. I tell you, I was telling folks, going, Mark, I know we're gonna catch fish. Look at that. Them tell redfish fight, don't they? They put on a great show. Look at that.
We're using 20-pound braided line.
He just steady taking off.
And you use a uni-to-uni connection with 20-pound fluorocarbon. I don't think the fluorocarbon's that necessary because you can see how dirty the water is.
Yeah, it's dark. The water's dark.
I've got the place I like to use it. But this is that's a good creek fish right there.
That's a good size fish.
Nothing wrong with that.
You hooked him just right too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did a little bit better on that one. But
that's a nice fish. Nice. Look at the spots. He's got a double spot. He's cold too.
Yeah, he's cold, but he's hungry. Beautiful fish.
So they're just in here feeding.
That's what they do.
And they look. Yeah, he's there. There we go. There we go. You know why I caught that fish, don't you? Because you casted it out there. That is a good fighting fish, man. I'm gonna tell you, I love it. Oh, okay. Come on up here. That's a little fella, but hey, I'll take him.
All right, stop reeling. Slide him right over here. See, like I said, just a second ago, we caught 20.
Caught 2 big ones. That's a good size fish. I mean,
hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's, this very well could be one of the fish that they restocked.
How old is that fish?
He's probably 15 months, 16 months roughly.
Show me what they're eating, or what are they doing? They're eating stuff, and there's a
crusher right here. That's his tongue, and you can actually hold them like a bass. These little ones.
Yeah, I see that.
And it won't hurt you. His kind of got like a sandpaper feel right around the edge, and then that crusher. You don't want to grab that crusher and that's how he feeds. He crushes the stuff against the top of his mouth there. Got him.
Fish on. That's a good fish.
I think it's about like that little one you just caught.
See, I'm not the only one that catches small. Even Mark catches
That's
one.
the whole thing, though. I mean,
Hey, at least we catching. You know what I mean? That's great.
Man, it's February 15th and it's 45 degrees, and
I got a runny nose and all. I just missed one.
A little juvenile fish.
They're turning on.
A lot of people call them little rat redfish.
He's beautiful. That red, man, he's just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. And I mean, like I say, we're in the heart of winter. A lot of fun.
Now, when is the best time to book a trip? Or when's the best time to catch fish?
We don't have bad days. They're all good days. You're out here on the water. But the best month, probably, to be quite honest, I used to say it was the last probably 2 weeks of October.
Yeah.
Now I would say the last 2 weeks of October to the first 2 weeks of November. Got him on.
No, look at there. Why don't we just call this the Mark Dickson show?
I thought we did.
You just moved over to the other side of the boat and you started wearing them out again. Now, folks, it pays to go with somebody that knows what they're doing, I'm telling you. Y'all wouldn't believe how many times I came down here and sat and just sat and didn't catch nothing. Good fish. Good fish, man. Now, how did he hit it?
Real slow. Just, picked it up and, just kind of, eased off with it. Pass me those pliers over there. They are definitely hungry because they are eating it. For sure.
Mark, when I called you the other day, you said you had a guy that was fly fishing?
Yeah.
You got folks wanting to fly fish?
Yeah, we get a few, you know, diehards, you know, we have a lot of wind, so they need to be, you know, a little bit used to it, you know.
Right.
It's probably not something for a first timer to come out here and try in all this wind, but yeah, we do get some guys that fly fish. It's getting more and more popular. Every year you get a few more.
22?
No, he's 24.
24?
He ain't gonna make it.
Pretty. Good fish, good fish.
Well, over you, under you.
You're under me. He's not a great big one, but he'll do. He's fussing out there, ain't he? Jumping and fussing. Look at him. I'll drag his butt to the boat. You know, that's a little fish and he's still fighting good.
Oh yeah. All right, stop reeling.
Come on over here.
Yeah, you know, we caught better.
That's a good fish to me.
Caught better than 10 fish today, and like I said, it's the middle of February and it's 40 degrees outside. It's, you know,
And it's constant, man. It's just fish after fish after fish.
You wouldn't expect this kind of action in the winter. You just
No, that's what I say. I love fishing this time of year. And you know, we were talking earlier, we hadn't seen a boat, heard a boat, nobody's around, it's just us.
Yep.
Be a great place to bring, like you said, do a father-son, or you and your buddies get out.
Yep. Beat the winter blues.
We are definitely doing it.
I think I got a bite, Jay. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
He's strong. He's strong. He just came to the top and gave a swirl. Holy mackerel. That's a good fish, Mark. He's leaving a wake. That's what you're after right there. That's a big boy. Now he just picked it up off the ground. Were you reeling?
No, he just picked it up. It was just sitting there.
How deep of water are we in?
It's probably 4 foot out there in the pool, you know.
And this is the outgoing tide, right?
Mm-hmm, still falling.
That's a good fish. Tell me if you need good. Babe, that's unbelievable. That is beautiful. That is a pretty fish.
Let me go under you.
That is a good looking fish. We got to get a picture of him with the still camera when you get, that's a good fish. That's probably the best one of the day, isn't it?
He's pretty thick.
Yeah, that's a man there. As they would say, he's got some shoulders. Come on up here with us, big boy.
He ain't quite done.
Won't you go under that boat?
He ain't quite done. How good is he hooked?
He didn't swallow it. That's a good thing.
Nope.
Nice fish. Now what's the tide doing now, Mark?
It's turned, just started to come back in. Obviously this front's coming through. It's gotten a lot colder.
We had a little lull there for a minute.
Yeah, we did.
So they go turn right back on.
Yep, I believe so.
That's a good fish.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nice.
We've caught 15 or 16 this afternoon.
That's a pretty good day.
Not bad.
Mark, tell us again, if somebody wants to book a trip with you, which I highly recommend, because this is my second trip with you, and man, I appreciate you taking us today. What's the easiest way to get in touch with you?
You go to my website, which is www.fishmyrtlebeach.com, or you call me on the phone at 843-458-3055.
Well, Mark, I believe we're going to keep on fishing. Folks, for a great, great fishing trip, you got to get up with Mark. I tell you, this is excellent. Until next week, we'll see you on Carolina Outdoors.